The Toyota HiLux is the ute more Australians buy than any other, and the staggering success of the current shape has lasted for 10 years. Now, an all-new HiLux is on the horizon, so should your business pick up a 2015 model when the discounts kick in?
I'm Tom Baker, and this is Chasing Cars, and today we're driving the ute that Toyota calls unbreakable, the HiLux. Utes like this still need to be hardworking and tough, but with comfort standards increasing over time for trucks like this, the aging HiLux now has to compete against the likes of the Volkswagen Amarok, Mazda BT50 and Ford Ranger. So, is the Toyota HiLux still the default choice when you just need a ute? And is this fancy SR5 worth its $50,000 plus starting price? The basic cabin fit out is the same for all HiLux models, although the SR5 does get a few additional luxuries. And so it should, given that on paper this is an almost 60 grand proposition. There's a smallish but easy to use satellite navigation system in the centre stack and a few extra speakers for the sound system that supports Bluetooth and iPod integration and actually sounds pretty good. This might be the fancy HiLux, but material quality remains durable rather than plush, and that's a good thing, as although the SR5 makes the HiLux easier to live with day to day than a Workmate or SR model, it still retains all of the hardworking qualities that we come to expect from a vehicle like the Toyota HiLux. Accommodation in the back of a dual cab HiLux is basic, but it gets the job done. This middle seat is a bit of a squeeze and there is a transmission tunnel down there because of the four-wheel drive system. However, the outer two seats are perfectly roomy. The high roof line means that headroom is acceptable, and there's also decent enough legroom for somebody 6'0". There's a huge selection of aftermarket and genuine trays that you can fit to the Toyota HiLux, but the standard square tray you get on the SR5 lets you chuck 835 kilos of stuff into the 1036 litres of space that it provides. However, the car is delivered without a load cover, so unless you spend a bit of extra money, your stuff is exposed to the elements in the tray. The basic 4x2 Workmate HiLux is equipped with a 2.7 litre VVTi petrol 4, but the larger models like this four-wheel drive dual cab are equipped with either the petrol 4 litre V6 or more commonly the 3 litre turbo diesel 4 fitted here, and that's the most efficient engine, returning a sub 9 litre combined fuel figure. The Toyota D4D may be getting on, but it's still a formidable diesel. The numbers aren't that generous, 126 kilowatts of power and 360 newton meters of torque, but all of that torque is available from just 1400 revs, which means there's a feeling of luscious pulling power when you sink the throttle. That makes unloaded motoring relatively rapid, but there's plenty left in reserve if you have to haul or pull a load too. And pull it can, with four-wheel drive models able to haul 2.5 unbraked tonnes, while all HiLuxes share the same capacity of 750 kilos of unbraked towing. The four-wheel drive models give you the peace of mind of 210 millimeters of ground clearance. There's still a proper transfer case lever down here, allowing you to switch from high 2 to high 4 to low 4 on the fly. The approach angle of 30 degrees is generous, the departure angle is 23 degrees. Off-road, you can feel the 1.9 tonne weight of the truck, but the HiLux remains very competent when the going gets tough. On-road refinement has been improved in the HiLux over time, but there's only so much you can do with a live axle rear suspension. That said, the bouncing and shaking does die down when you've got a load balancing it out in the back. Handling can be relatively glacial, with a loose steering rack that makes city manoeuvres and parking particularly tiring, although the SR5's reversing camera does help you out with that. 6 airbags complement a 5-star crash rating, and the beast doesn't have to be too expensive to maintain either, thanks to Toyota's cap price servicing program that limits your annual servicing spend to $360 per year for the first 3 years.
So, competition is hotting up, with Ford, Mitsubishi and Nissan throwing big punches at the HiLux in the 2015 Ute Wars. But the fact is, there's a good reason most people think of the Toyota HiLux when they need a ute. This shape is still so reliable and capable that it's hard to look past it.